Hello everybody and welcome back to my Baldur's Gate Let's Play. This is Spaceface, and last episode we cleared the Nashkel mines. So the exit from the mines is here.
Simple task.
Oh, gnolls.
What now, I wonder?
Oh, I'm really not in this.
Just lower my
eyes, fool. Go for the eyes!
I need to kill these gnolls and then I'll lower my volume because it's a bit high at the moment.
Of course. Yeah.
So yes, last episode we cleared out the Nashkel mines. So this time we're going to polish up a couple of bits and pieces on this map, and then we'll head back and hand in the Nashkel mines and progress. I think the next thing we really want to start heading towards is Millicamp. We still have that chicken quest to do, so we'll head over to High Hedge and get that resolved. And the other thing that we want to do is rescue Dynahair for Minsk. But somewhere on this map we should have the Artist Prism. I think it's on this map anyway. It might actually be back on the map which has the entrance to the mines.
Oh, my heart's really not in this. Oh, my heart's really not in this.
There we go, we're feeling a bit confident now. We're still only level 2. Not far off of level 3, only level 2. But we're definitely feeling a bit more confident in our ability to sort of walk around the wilderness. My main character Mabrin is the only one who has any kind of spell casting. We've got a bit of healing from Jaheira, but in terms of arcane spell casting, Mabrin is the only one. Don't kill me please, I'm sorry, I'll go back. It's horrible death, replaying in my mind. I'll give it back. Okay, it was a short way. There was a grave, I opened it. Okay. Take this dagger to the tomb. We can probably do that. Let's finish off these wild dogs and the skeletons. Now these are just sort of bog standard skeletons, aren't they? Yeah. Minsk is looking a bit the worse for wear, so we'll drop her. Oh, we don't have a healing. Okay, forget it. I think we can use our Cure Light Wounds on him though. Yeah, there we go. So we are a little low on resources at the moment in terms of like health pool, spells, all that kind of thing. And he gave us a dagger, didn't he? It's Kylie's dagger, that's not the one. He said return the dagger. But I don't know what dagger he's talking about. I really need to identify some of this stuff. We did gain an item though, I'm sure. Just scrolling up through this to the conversation, there we go. The party take this dagger to the tomb. The party has gained an item. Is it that one? No, that's the, oh, okay, so it is this one, whatever this one turns out to be. So we'll quick save.
You were startled out of sleep with a chill, though the night is warm and calm. It is though someone has walked across your grave, and for a moment you wonder if it was you. With this thought, the ground beneath you opens, and you are swept into the dark. When light returns, you do not find its presence comforting. Before you lay the empty mines of Nashkel, cleansed by your previous passage. You move through walls and floors alike, descending deeper and deeper, until a bloated figure comes into view. Mullahay, in no better shape than you left him, stands motionless before you. Held from whatever afterlife calls it, this foul apparition has been waiting for you. A dagger of bone hovers before it, ready for a willing hand to drive it deep. Had this creature breath, you are sure it would be hurling curses. It waits for the kill, a death beyond death, and knows no hope. You turn your back on the blade, and it clatters to the floor. Punishment enough shall find this creature in the land of the dead. You need not inflict any more upon him. Surprised and thankful, the visage of Mullahay hobbles forward and through you, off to whatever fate it deserves. Perhaps for safekeeping, it leaves a part of itself behind. It is a spark of hope that fills a space within you, a dagger-shaped hole you did not know was empty. There is a cry of rage from the depths, and the dagger of bone launches itself through the air, your heart its target. You awake just as it should have struck, and the cold sweat that covers you stings your eyes. A disapproving voice lingers in your ears, though it should have disappeared with the dream. You will learn.
Okay, our second dream sequence there. So fresh out of the Nashkel mines, and we pick up another Cure Light wound, so we should have 2 charges of that per day now. It's quite nice.
A simple task.
A little bit of extra healing.
Yes.
Now
Done.
into,
Done.
I think this tomb.
Revenge!
Yeah, so this should be interesting. You have the dagger, give it to me. Now I can rest forever. What dagger? The dagger of Alatos. Return to your grave. So, we don't get any negatives for that really. So let's see if we can kill this thing. Yeah, weapon ineffective, weapon ineffective.
Can I...
Let's switch Khalid over to this.
You're a queer
And in fact, we're going to switch Imoen to fire arrows. Whoa. Okay, so the Revenant's quite tough. I'm going to carry on this combat just to see exactly how tough it is. That's really tough. It's mowing through that body.
Jahira! No! No!
Okay, so we're probably going to... While this is going on, let's check what's in the chest.
Better part of valor! Better part of valor!
Yeah, nothing really useful.
I'm getting weaker. I'll need a healer as soon as
Yeah, okay.
possible.
So, we're going to leave this for now, because there's a Revenant in there who is really tough. But we will add a little marker. Revenant. Atlas dagger. And we'll come back to that later. Now let's carry on clearing out this map. I don't really remember this this map, to be honest. Usually after coming out of the mines I just head straight back to Nashkel. But it's definitely worth exploring around in Baldur's Gate. You need the extra experience especially, you don't need it so much now, but if you rush through, then you'll find that the story fights are very difficult. As we come to fight Saravok, the man in armor from the intro earlier. Any fights with him later on are very difficult. Any fights with lots of casters become very difficult if you're underleveled. So it's worth taking your time and exploring around, doing as much side stuff as possible. So that's the edge of that side, and we'll start heading up now, northwards. Oh, we got another tomb here, so let's save this and head on in.
Gorion would be proud of your actions.
So these are ghasts, these are a little more killable, I believe. And I don't think these can be slept. Okay, so everything on this map is really difficult. We'll put down another marker.
A simple task.
Narsilicious Harwillager Neen. Just in time for my experiment. Let's see. I believe I've developed a spell to empathetically control any gelatinous creatures and bend it to your will. Email, experimenting on creatures and releasing them into the wild. Fascinating, you must write down this spell. Hey, you not only seek them, you expect them. The spell is mine and you'll not take it from me. Ah, okay. So, this guy's obviously insane.
Now I wonder.
For the fallen!
Let's try and take him out as fast as possible. There we go. Hey, 1400 experience, that's really good. Definitely worthwhile, and we'll switch Khalid once again over to his magical weapon. I have a feeling he's going to be the only one able to hurt this thing. Yeah, like weapon ineffective all over the place. We'll actually switch Imoen over to melee weapon, and myself as well, because I've got a magical weapon. So we need to look at replacing the weapons on Jahiro, Kagan, and Minsk, because they're mundane weapons, all of them. Man, these things are strong.
Whoa. Kicking for goodness.
Let's move Minsk away.
Go for the eyes.
Oh, god damn it. So these mustard jellies are really... Everything on this map is too difficult for us. That's the conclusion that I've come to. So I think we'll actually travel. The 1400 XP from that main guy is really good, so we're going to have to come back here. But it's just too difficult for us at the moment, this area that we're in. Let's head to here.
You have been waylaid by enemies.
Oh, I thought you didn't.
Unlock as we go. I think the Knoll camp is definitely going to be our next stop, because we're able to deal with them pretty easily, and a sleep spell takes them out, so there should be a nice chunk of XP.
Go for the eyes, Boo. Go for the eyes.
So yeah, we'll go rescue Dinah next.
Of course.
But we kind of want to do...
Of course. Yeah.
We want to do Prism, because that's worth some XP, and you get a good weapon out of that as well. If we can deal with the bounty hunter, which hopefully we will be able to. Like if we can colour spray or sleep him, then we should be okay. I believe he's over here. this kind of area down here. So we'll head on over and take a look. I haven't really talked about what I want to do in this Let's Play so far, but what I really want to do is as much of the content as possible. When I've played through Baldur's Gate before, I tend to kind of focus the main story and rush through, and I've never done the Tales of the Sword Coast
Your
content.
company is a welcome part of this crew.
So I haven't ever done. I think it's called the Tower of Durlag, the big. The Tower of Durlag, the big dungeon, the big sort of open, or deep dungeon, scaling dungeon, which I'd like to cover.
I don't want to talk. All right.
In the meantime, let's set up for this guy. I'm pretty sure he walks in from this direction, so we'll have a quick chat to Prism.
Beauteous creature, you are my masterpiece.
So this guy stole the emeralds for his sculpture, and Grey Wolf is going to come. So we will deal with Grey Wolf. Here he is.
None cross Grey Wolf and live.
My work is nearly done. What's important is we're armed to the teeth, and we mean to stop you. You stole the bounty, so I don't know if you remember back in Nashkel we spoke to Ublaye, I forget his name, and he gave us 200 gold. We pretended to be Grey Wolf, and we stole his bounty. So, let's try a colour spray
What you want?
while shooting him. Yeah. Okay, that's not great.
My blade will cut you down inside.
Load. It happens all of the fucking time. It's very irritating.
A simple task.
Beauteous creature, you are my masterpiece.
None cross Grey Wolf and live.
So, let's try that again. We're gonna run.
You're a queer
She's gonna
fellow.
shoot. These guys are gonna get stuck in.
Blade will cut you down inside.
Oh my god, he's still got a hit in. Okay, we'll try talking to Prism with a different character this time.
Of course. Yeah.
So, who's our toughest? Probably Kagan.
Sure.
Beauteous creature, you are my masterpiece.
So hopefully now he'll come over to here rather than talking to my guy.
None cross Grey
Nope.
Wolf and live.
What now? Of course.
Can I help you?
So,
Cool
let's
buns.
just
You're a queer fellow.
dive straight in.
Nature's servant
Back of my hand or the tip of my
There we go, that's better. Now, Grey Wolf, as I recall, has a really good magical weapon, and he is just not gonna go down, is he? So it's difficult to say, like, it doesn't say whether he's immune to sleep or whether he just resisted the effects. But he is kind of destroying us.
Of course. Yeah.
So I think our best bet is going to be to have
What now? I
I'll
wonder.
do my best.
one person kite him around
Good on you if you say
while archers deal with him from a distance. The primo strategy in Baldur's Gate
Give Nana pepper.
is have your archers deal with it.
good on you if you save the day.
So the AI is not too smart, and they will usually just keep chasing into to try and get into melee. This is where it would be better to have taken some some combat spells rather than just sleep and colour spray, because if they're immune to colour spray and they're not being slept, then there's not a huge deal you can do other than kite them around. God damn it.
Yes, oh omnipresent authority figure.
Yes, a simple task.
You for the group.
This is where it might have been good to have kept up Entangle as well on Jaheira. Oh my god, right, we're going to reload. So this time what we'll do is swap Minsk to ranged, Mabrin will stand next to Khalid here, so that Khalid can step in and pick up aggro.
Nature's servant
Which
awaits.
doesn't have any really useful spells. We'll chuck down a Bless.
I don't want to talk. All right.
And then start this conversation.
Ah, beauteous creature.
Oh,
You are my masterpiece.
wrong conversation option.
None cross Grey Wolf and live.
What's
So,
that? A simple task.
we're immediately going to move away
Can I help
and
you?
attack with Khalid. That's better.
Of course.
These two are going to move to
You're a queer
here,
fellow.
shoot, and
You
Khalid
had
is
me
going to
to
start
move.
running.
None of better.
Yes.
And we can start lobbing bullets as well.
If none are better.
So, not super exciting, but this is probably the safest way to deal with like single melee combat. Bless didn't last very long, did it? Now I think that the weapon he's carrying is a two-handed sword, but it might be a long sword or a short sword. If it's a long sword, that's good because Khalid can use it. If it's a two-handed sword, that's good because Minsk can use it. It is kind of tempting. There's a sword that we can get off of Captain Brage. We're not running into melee. Just go stand over there. So apparently I've run out of bullets, yeah. To buy some more.
If none are better.
The sword that we get off Captain Brage is, I think, +3, but it's of Berserking, which is a pretty bad bad effect, really. I don't remember exactly what it does, but I do remember it being negative. I also remember it being cursed. We might end up giving that to Minsk. We shall see. Come on. There we go. 1400 XP. Kagan levels up.
Go pester someone else.
Now if we talk to Prism,
My work will be done.
take me will, these are sparkling my eyes.
Camaraderie, adventure.
So Prism actually dies.
Right, Boo?
Where to now?
I guess
Done
the
and done.
the strain of finishing his masterpiece was too much for him.
You bunch of chumps. What the hell do you think you was doing?
It's a long sword, so we can actually gift that straight over to Khalid. Which, what are we? 18, 16, so it's +2. Yeah, +2 and cold. Now, Kagain doesn't is a lawful evil, so he doesn't like all of this goody two-shoes
Yes.
stuff. So we're probably going to end up losing him fairly soon. But I'm not sure what we'll end up taking
You
in his
point,
place.
I punch.
Is Minsk's two-handed sword broke. That explains why his weapon was ineffective. Got to keep your eye on those things.
Now I wonder.
Well, for now, let's give him this hammer. So at least he can do something. And we'll level up Kagan. We could give him +3 with axes. Crossbow, two-handed weapon style, sword and shield. So -2 AC against missile weapons. Single weapon gives him -1 to AC, -2 to AC only against missile weapons. Two weapon style. Will's penalties are reduced to -2 with offhand, with main hand, 6 with the offhand. Or if we gave him a third point in axe, so efficient, can use a weapon, no penalties. Specialized, +1 to hit, +2 to damage. Master, +3 to hit, +3 to damage. And for warriors, an extra half an attack, which is really good because he is a warrior or a fighter.
Where to now?
So that makes him pretty damn good with axes. So that was Prism. Now I think Brage is somewhere on this map as well, but I'm not 100% on that. Let's have a wander around. We want to try and find Brage. For the weapon, it's really important that we get magical weapons for our party. Mainly so they stop disintegrating, but also because it just makes us so much more effective in combat. Kobolds! Take them out, men. Now we have to be quite careful here because my sorcerer has run out of bullets. Which means that he will just run up and melee things, which is less than ideal.
What? Of course. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the bottom left of the map. Let's just keep on exploring. And just keep tapping Q for the quick saves, because the number of times I've died and had to replay the last 3 to 5 minutes of game is kind of unbelievable. Ah, a winter wolf. Now, these are tougher than regular wolves, and they're worth more XP.
Where to now?
And their pelts are also worth a lot of gold back in Nashkel.
Simple task.
You can see 975 XP instead of 65 for a regular wolf. And Khalid leveled up, which is nice. What does he get? So we'll give him another +1 on the longsword. So it just makes him hit harder and
What, now
more often,
I want-
which is
of
good.
course. Yeah.
And in fact, we're coming up to the end of the episode, so I will quick save there. Thanks for watching. I've been Spaceface, and I will see you on the next episode.